Yes, lads, what is going on? Welcome to another Sorare video. Today, we're going to be going over the Neon Christmas calendar special 50k prize pool situation. There's a few bits to go through, and yeah, I think Sorare are doing a pretty good job of keeping us engaged over this Christmas period. We have the calendar, which we'll get into. This is the blog that Sorare released a few days ago now. It's the 2nd of December as I'm recording this, and yeah, we've got these new neon Christmas card specials. There's some that are animated, some that are not, and yeah, there's a 50k competition. So this is what I'm interested in, the special competition. So we know in December there's a classic competition with 50k. That's not what we're chatting about today. What we're chatting about is this limited Neon Christmas special in January. So on top of the two competitions in December, on the 17th of January, which I think is game week 45, there's a 50k prize pool tournament across the four scarcities. Actually, no, I think it's just limited. Sorry, let me just, correct myself there. It is just limited. Top 3,000 managers will be rewarded. So this is the graphic. Please note that this limited Neon Christmas competition is being added on top of the planned January special events. Okay. The in-season specials. Okay, yeah. So this is the prize pool. Okay. So first gets $3,000, second $2,000, third $1,500, fourth $1,200, fifth $1,000. Like even top 60 still getting $100, which is really interesting. And it, like I said, it pays down to $3,000. So minimum payment is $5, 50k in total. I think it's amazing. I think there's two entries. We'll get into all the ins and outs of it here. But yeah, Jan 17th to the 21st, which is game week 45. And it's global, so you can play any player basically from as long as they have a game in that game week. Card eligibility. Now, this is the important one. You need 5 Neon Christmas limited cards, which you can obtain now basically during December. They don't have to be animated. They just have to be the Neons. So the rules, I think it's specialist. So it's max 2 players with an L15 above 60, which is nice. Normally it's above just one of those. It's minimum 1 player below 45 and max 2 players from the same club, no captain, and it is multi-entry, so you can have 2 lineups. So yeah, I've been busy and I've come up with a couple of players that I think should be on paper pretty good for that game week on a bit of a budget. So this is what I've gone for. I've gone for a Amiens, if that's how you pronounce it, defensive stack. French 2nd division, we do have a few licenses, or Sorare do have a few licenses from that division, and yeah, Koricha, and where's my goalie? There he is. Gertner, I think we're going to call him, 37 years old. He's quite a few peaks. There's a couple of dodgy scores in there as well, but, you've just got to take the rough with the smooth. I paid, what did I pay for him? £5.83, so probably a bit of a, well, no, yeah, I was going to say, the auction went for £4, but that is, oh yeah, that is a Neon edition, actually. I haven't opened mine yet. Maybe mine's a special, which we will. I'll open these 4 cards. Yeah, I kind of blew my load quite early last night, and opened the first one. I was like, you know what? Let me save the rest for the video. But yeah, we've got a little defensive stack going on. His L15's 45 right now. We need that to drop a little bit lower before game week 45, which is in like 12 game weeks or something. So it's a little while away, January 17th to the 21st. So it is tough to strategize and plan now. Like, I am taking a bit of a risk on some of these. Even though none of them are over L15 of 60 right now, that could happen. But ideally, we need one of them to be below 45. So hopefully the goalkeeper is that player for us. And then I've got a little double forward stack of Bilal Brahimi and Adriano Bertaccini, who are both playing pretty well this year for St. Trudens in the Belgium League. So I paid £3.75 for him. And it looks like he's auctioning for like double right now. So we might have got in at a good time yesterday. I know why, actually. It's because today is the second day of the... oh, this is changed, by the way. Play market, my cards. That's definitely changed. Of course, this is the second day of the calendar. And today is Challenger related. So the Challenger cards, the Belgium League cards there are definitely going to be a bit more expensive. I paid £1.49 for Bilal Brahimi, who's one of my boys. I really, really like him. He's on loan from Nice. And he's nearly doubled in price as well. But I'm not gonna sell him. They'll be comfortably staying in the gallery for that 50k tournament. And then we brought in a Hendricks. He plays in the 2nd division in the Bundesliga. Bit of a beast, I will say. I needed one. Well, I mean, I have a few good cards in there, but I needed one that could potentially be above that 60 L15 for us. Even though we could have 2 potentially. but I doubt it. We'll probably only end up having one. We'll see how that turns out. But yeah, I've done this on a bit of a budget, as you can see. Like, what's that? 583, £18 worth. But I did use quite a few market credits with these because on Saturday there was a deposit bonus, wasn't there? So I deposited £50. I bought a few rare cards and whatever, and then you had to spend £25 of that 50 to get some market credits. I think I got like £13 worth of market credit. So I remember when I bought that Bilal Brahimi last night, like, he basically turned out free because those market credits were like, yeah, this one here. It just says 0.0039 ETH or cash completely off the card. So you don't have to add more money to it, if that makes sense. They're different to the credits that you get in like boxes, for example, on a given weekend. But yeah, just under 17, 18 quid's worth of cards. I paid roughly £8-9 for them, mostly using market credits. You know, I've got a chance of winning £3,000, depending on how the L15s fall. I might have to buy an L15 lower than 45. This is like 12 game weeks in advance, right? Now, the way I basically scouted these players, of course, I use Sorare data. And behind my face cam right now, you can toggle which game week you want to go to. So we're on game week 31 right now. I'm going to toggle all the way through to game week 45, which is when this special competition is on. And I went to matchups, and I basically just looked through some of the home favorites, or, you know, I'm presuming they're going to be home favorites. Sorare data won't have win probabilities, you know, clean sheet probabilities 12 weeks in advance. Like, they go off the bookies, and if the bookies don't have them, then they're not going to have them, but they will have them, you know, a lot, you know, closer to the time. But you can still use a bit of logic and go through these and go, okay, you know, Bologna at home to Monza, that sounds like a decent enough fixture, you know, and same all the way through. Getafe are playing Barcelona, it's probably not going to be great for Getafe. Leeds are at home to Wednesday. But the most important thing is with this competition specifically, and when I scouted these players, like, there won't be any classic cards in here. There won't be any like Zenit cards, for example, because they don't have neon editions, you know. So there's certain teams that you can kind of disregard, and there's certain teams that won't, like Leeds United, for example. Like, they're not going to have any neon cards because they're not licensed on Sorare, right? So there's a couple of situations like that. Club Brugge have a really nice home fixture against Beerschot. Could be an interesting one to go into and explore further. I wanted to do this on a bit of a budget, as you can see. Obviously, there's going to be quite a few expensive teams in here with, you know, 5-star rares, I'm sure. If you can, well, not 5-star rares actually, because you do need one player, you know, below 45 L15. So maybe not. USG are at home to Leuven. That seems like a good fixture. It's Cardiff Swansea, by the way, but again, there won't be any cards to look into there. Betis at home to Alaves. This is a global comp, remember, so you can basically play cards from any competition, as long as they have the neon edition. Dusseldorf are at home to Darmstadt. That feels pretty decent. I'm a big home proponent, as you can probably work out. So, you know, I am looking at, you know, home fixtures mainly. All the cards I've bought are playing at home. So that's something that's quite big for me. I just do like buying cards that have fixtures that are playing at home. That's just, you know, just a preference. It's not something that you have to, you know, be religious with, I guess. But for me, if I can have the choice, I'd prefer my teams or my players to be playing at home. What else do we have? Brentford, Liverpool. It's not a great fixture for Brentford, of course. Chelsea, Wolves, really decent fixture. Feyenoord away. So it's actually quite interesting. A lot of the big clubs, you know, in challengers, for example, are actually away from home. PSV are away. Feyenoord are away, like you can see there. United are at home to Brighton, but they're, of course, champions. Lyon play at home to Toulouse. Not a bad game for Turkey, I think. If he starts, PSG are away to Lens. Not an easy game necessarily. Sparta Rotterdam are at home to Walwick. Sparta haven't been great recently, but in 12 game weeks time, things could look a little bit different. So, you know, maybe I could be hopeful there. Go Ahead are at home to Groningen. Feels like a decent fixture. Leicester at home to Fulham. Probably not great. Benfica are at home to Famalicão. Not a bad fixture maybe for your Di Marias and your Kochus and, you know, Otamendi's, for example. Newcastle at home to Bournemouth. So, you know, this is what I basically did last night. I looked through all these fixtures, tried to find a few home ones that I really liked, and then go in and go, okay, you know, is there any players in here that I fancy doing well 12 game weeks in advance? You know, injuries can happen. Like, there's loads of things that can happen, you know, by buying now. But ultimately, these neon cards are only going to be around in December, from what I gather. So you do, if you are going to do this, you're probably going to need to do it in the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks at least, ready for, you know, game week 45. So, you know, I've done my shopping pretty early. It might pay off, it might not. We'll see, you know, we'll see how that all goes. But to do it on like an £8, £9, £10 budget after market credits, you know, I'm not really risking too much, am I? You know, like, I know it's only for one comp, and I can use these cards after. Of course, I can sell them, I can do whatever I want with them. But ultimately, you know, for $3,000 as the top prize, There's just not much downside, is it? Like, even if I finish top 3,000, I basically get half of the money back that I put into these cards. Like I said, £20 worth, but I only used... Oh, I used market credits, so I got it for about 8, 9, 10 quid. The lowest prize you can win is, of course, $5. So yeah, 1/3 maybe, if we want to look at it that way. So there's just not much downside for me, like buying these cards. I'm not normally playing limited, but this competition is only in limited. I want to get involved in it. So if I can do it on a bit of a budget and have a bit of fun with it, then why not? What I'm going to do now is, to end the video, I am going to... Oh, this is all new, by the way. I think Sorare have updated the UI. Yeah, this is new. Wow. GG, Sorare. This looks really nice. This is brand new. Like, I've not seen this at all. But I do need to go in and see if we're going to, open any special edition. What are they called? Neon edition? I don't really know. But we've got 4 cards to open. Let me turn that down a little bit. The graphic, the animation and stuff is amazing, by the way. Like, fair play. They've smashed this with, like, the ice coming off it. So sick. We do have a special edition. Let's go. Big Gertner. Regis Gertner. What an absolute legend. That background's sick. With the snow and the... I don't know what that is. A pendulum. I don't really know. But that looks amazing. Well, we're not 1 for 1. We're 1 for 2 right now for special editions. Let's see what Big Hendrix has in store for us. Can we go back-to-back special editions? That would be really fun. That would be amazing. Do we? Do we? No, we don't. Okay. That is fine. We've got 2 more to open. Bertocchini and Bilal Brahimi. Do we get a special ed? Come on. Ooh, I tell you what. Do we? We do! Let's go! That's massive. I mean, I think it only helps collection bonus, I'm going to assume, but... It looks sick, so I don't care. It looks amazing. Right, we've got our last one to open then. Bilal Brahimi, my favourite player out of the 5. Is he special edition? He could be, Animation look... Nah, he's not. Okay. That is fun, by the way. Buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing. 2 special editions out of the 5 cards I bought. Yeah, this looks so different, by the way. I need to get used to this. Let's go back to my neon cards. So we've got two special edition neon cards. The rest are, of course, just normal neon. That is so sick. I'm buzzing with that. So to recap then, I've bought my 5 players for the 50k January competition for the Neon Christmas special. Of course, without Sorare data, I can't really do any of this. You can't really look forward necessarily on Sorare itself. Like if you go to play, you go to Sorare Pro. Like the game weeks don't go that far. They only go like 2 or 3. Yeah, there we go. So they only go like 2 or 3 game weeks in advance. Whereas if you can go on Sorare data, you can go as far as you want basically, and just kind of scope out the fixtures that are available, and then subsequently go in and kind of research what players stand out to you. Really easy to do. Literally just click the team, and it gives you the the last 11 that they played. You can toggle this by L5, which is what I like to do, and look at who's been the top all-round averages, who's had the most decisives, which is Skorupski, is a goalkeeper, which is random. And yeah, most importantly, who's taken the most set pieces and corners. So really easy to do, but it's not possible to do unless you have Sorare data, of course. If you want a Sorare data membership, there's 10% off using my code Harry. A little plug to end the video. But yeah, I'm really excited for this Neon special. I'm going to be doing a load of streaming over the Christmas period, so watch out for that. Excited to see where my Neon Christmas special cards end up in the 50k tournament. Hope you enjoyed the video, lads. Leave a like if you did, and I shall see you guys in the next one.